Alright. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Alright guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin. As you can see, the background, still at my holiday destination. This is the last night, so I'll be heading back to Sydney tomorrow, back to my natural habitat. You'll see me back into my room, the same old, the desk, the seat that I have and all that. So enjoying the last moments here, and thought it's timely we do another video, this time a Chelsea news video. Two particular news that I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about the whole Rudiger bust up with Kepa. And apparently there was a bit of a confrontation between Reece James and Azpilicueta as well. So I want to talk about those two situations as a whole. And then I want to talk about Kurt Zouma. Some rumours going around that he's possibly the one that may be sold from the centre-back situation thing. So let's talk about, guys, the whole Rudiger and Kepa bust up, and also the Azpilicueta. Well, Reece James apparently confronting Azpilicueta post that West Brom match. Thomas Tuchel apparently sent Rudiger early from the training yesterday after the bust up with Kepa. Not really sure exactly how the bust up happened. Matt Law came up with that particular news saying that there was a bust up. So obviously this news has been sort of provided in public, which I don't always like this. I don't like how some of these internal news come up in public, and it always creates a bit of an issue, creates a negative view when there may not be a negative sort of situation happening. Bust ups happen in training ground all the time. Chelsea Football Club are not the only club that has these sort of bust up and any sort of player sort of commotions. It happens in every football club. So we need to just be mindful as to how deep we look into these sort of things. And obviously Matt Law, he's got some sort of vendetta against Antonio Rudiger. He did that as soon as Frank Lampard was sacked. He had all these news about Rudiger, how he was a bully in the team, and now again another Rudiger situation. Look, Matt Law's doing what he's doing. He's providing news. Thomas Tuchel said that, look, we cannot lose our head off the back of that particular loss against West Brom. 5-2 is a heavy defeat. The manner of that defeat is what hurts. But yeah, guys, once again, not really sure exactly why that bust up happened with Kepa, but frustration. Obviously, Rudiger sitting in bench, watching his team getting whooped by West Brom 5-2 at home as well at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, that would have played some sort of part in the training ground the day after. But look, at the end of the day, I think Rudiger has been one of our best defenders. So I'm fully expecting Rudiger to be back against Porto. I really don't think Kurt Zouma deserves to start off the back of that showing against West Bromwich. I know he played well against Atletico Madrid, but when you have a absolute embarrassment of a performance, I don't know if it warrants you to start again. You can have a bad game here and there, but when you're continuously inconsistent, as what Zouma has been this season, and Rudiger in recent times has been pretty much flawless, besides that own goal that he scored under Thomas Tuchel, I expect him to come back. The other thing is Reece James apparently confronted Azpilicueta off the back of that match. Once again, that one we lost 5-2 against West Brom, and it seems like post that particular match, a lot of people were saying how Reece James, he was at fault for maybe a goal, maybe 2 goals. There was an issue, I think it was the second goal, where he tried to chip it to Jorginho. Can't really exactly remember the sequence of the play now, but Reece James definitely didn't have the greatest game against West Brom, and he apparently approached Azpilicueta and there was some confrontation, got a bit heated, but they got it all sorted out, and this is floating around in the news as well at the moment in Chelsea. So look, I like the passion between players and all of this stuff. Obviously, as long as it's kept in check, that doesn't get out of control, and that it doesn't start lingering into the next phase. Obviously we've got Porto coming up, and hopefully it doesn't start lingering into that sort of situation where players start becoming negative all up. That's what you don't want to see. But if they've got any issues and they want to clear things up with other players and they want to sort of confront in a constructive manner, I've got no issues with that. So that's a little bit about that side of the news. Let's now talk about Kurt Zouma. Alright guys, let's talk about Kurt Zouma now. Look, before I get into the whole news about Kurt Zouma in the past couple of, in the past, I suppose, 24 hours or so, and this rumor of Kurt Zouma being sold has been going around this whole season anyway. But before we get to that, I just want to say Kurt Zouma's performances throughout this season, even during Frank Lampard time this season and under Thomas Tuchel, he really hasn't got that much time. But I don't think Kurt Zouma has been that great. Yeah, he's had that one odd game here and there. He's been very, very good. Obviously, in recent times for Thomas Tuchel, Atletico Madrid game was fantastic. He was actually phenomenal in that particular match. But under Frank Lampard, I don't think he had any sublime performances this season. So overall, it's been quite average, and I've been very disappointed with Kurt Zouma because I fully expected this particular player to become a fantastic centre-back. I wanted him to be that top dog at Chelsea who really, grabs the situation by the scruff of the neck and becomes the #1 Chelsea defender. But I don't think he warrants it at the moment. I know we've gone from Frank Lampard's 4 at the back and now with Thomas Tuchel's 3 at the back, and it's been a bit of an issue for him now in 3 at the back, where sometimes he plays in the right side, sometimes he plays in the middle, sometimes he plays in the left centre back. So it's not ideal for him to be moved around that much. But having said that, if you're going to be a top centre back, you should be able to, play decent football regardless of where you play. If you want to be a top centre back, you should be able to do that. That's my opinion. Now, let's talk about this whole news about him being sold. Owen Hargreaves has come out and said that off the back of that performance against West Brom, he really doesn't expect Thomas Tuchel to use Zouma that often anymore. And I tend to agree with him because Christensen is one. He's probably going to get rotated with Thiago Silva now. And Rudiger has been immense under Thomas Tuchel. So his spot, even with all this bust up and whatnot, I expect him to fully come back into the team and hold on to that spot. Azpilicueta is the captain, so he takes that particular position. And then obviously there'll be rotation, and Christensen's probably just going to be rotated amongst any of those 3 centre-backs. Azpilicueta and Rudiger probably doesn't need that much more rotation at the moment. We've only got a few more handful of games to go in the Premier League, and if we continue in the Champions League, I think Rudiger and Azpilicueta should be able to play. And as I said, if there needs to be rotation, and with Thiago Silva, I can fully understand there will be rotation. Andres Christensen come in, and Zouma, if need be, can fill in here and there, whatnot, whenever needed. But I'm very, very worried about Zouma's involvement moving forward. So I can fully understand what Owen Hargreaves is saying about him possibly being sold. This is what Owen Hargreaves is saying, that he could possibly be sold for about £29 million. And I really cannot see how he won't be sold now. He's probably the odd one out at the moment. If Thomas Tuchel continues with this 3 at the back, and I'm not really sure whether he will, but if he does continue, this is going to pose a bit of an issue for Zouma. And we being linked with other top defenders out there, we're going to have to get rid of some of these defenders. And at the moment, Thiago Silva stays. Rudiger has shown why his quality under Thomas Tuchel. Azpilicueta is still the club captain. Thiago Silva is the best defender we've got. And then you've got Christensen, who's been showing a lot of form. And we are rumoured to get defenders. We are rumoured to get some quality defenders as well. Then you've got the whole Tomori situation. What happens there? He's probably going to be sold to AC Milan. And then we've got the loanees of Ampadu and Marquis. So something's got to give here. And I feel like Zouma might be the one. And to be honest, last season, had you said this to me, I would have been absolutely falling over the edge, because I loved Zouma last season a lot. But this season, I feel like he's gone backwards. He's got a lot of great attributes, but it looks like he may be the defender that we cash in. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are about this whole Rudiger bust-up with Kepa, Reece James confronting Azpilicueta, and the Kurt Zouma situation being sold. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd love to have a friendly discussion with you guys about these matters. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and smash the like button. It helps the channel and the video a lot. So take the opportunity right now, smash that like button. And guys, until next time, I'll see you again. I do have a stream coming up tomorrow, which will be the preview of the Porto game. I will have a journalist who covers the Portuguese football a lot, and Nishal as well. So it's going to be a very good stream. Do look out for that. That will be around 11:30 UK Tuesday. So please do tune in on that. And yeah, until then, see ya.